Hello Internet, this is the Root. Today was a really awesome day. Quite wonderful actually, to be honest. I recorded a rather lengthy time lapse, which involved roughly about 6 hours of riding. And upon nearing the route home, yes, I was actually preparing to head home, my monopod snapped clean off on the trail, and the top half, the bottom half, was actually in the shaft of the tripod, a broken tripod, but still useful for that purpose. Snapped clean off the inner shaft and landed impacting into the soft snow. Camera wasn't damaged, but it caused it to abruptly shut off. And reviewing the footage, seconds before it actually cut off, you could see it tilt. That's where it broke. I think it was the rough trail I was on that caused it. And I'm just lucky it didn't actually snap off when I was on Avenue Road, because I was going along that area just before I decided, hey, you know what, I'm just going to take a turn on this trail. Until I did. And then shortly after, timber! At first, I thought a tree branch was falling down from the tree. But then again, that doesn't happen. I look behind me. Oh shit, the monopod. I immediately dismounted and fetched it. Camera was a bit covered in snow. I got the snow off of it. No damage. It worked fine. And luckily none of the footage was lost. That was a surprise. And yeah, I'm gonna have to find a replacement inner shaft in order to mount it properly. Yeah, that blows. I don't think you probably had equipment fail that dramatically on you. It's made of aluminum, so I didn't expect it to actually last that long. But it was a rugged, good quality monopod. A Velbon. Those are pretty pricey. And not to mention I got it used, but then again, aluminum monopods don't last too long, especially when subjected to shock and rough use. And when I talk about rough use, mounted on a bike tripod and undergoing all kinds of bumps, potholes, kind of going over tracks, rough terrain, rough trails, you know the drill, rough road. Maybe that contributed to its failure and a fracturing of the aluminum. That sucks. I don't know if there's any steel telescoping monopods out there, but if there is, I'd gladly buy one. That way it can take all the stress. I don't gotta worry about it breaking so easily, and it just lasts an indefinitely long fucking time. Yeah, that was the shock of the day. Equipment breaking dramatically while performing a duty. Time-lapse would have probably been at least 50 minutes in total if I hadn't made it home without that breaking. Yeah, I didn't have a backup plan, unfortunately. Alright, besides that, I got rid of an old wooden desk in the living room. It was an old one. And it was disused. It was just filled with junk. So, that's gone. The contents of the drawers, I gotta go through. You know, it's junk. Whatever's useful, I'll keep. Whatever's not, I'm probably just gonna toss, chuck it. What's worth keeping it anyway? Although, I could have broken it up and used it for firewood. I didn't think that over. So, that's sad. It'll be gone anyway by the morning. I don't feel like breaking it up, hacking it to pieces during the night, or bringing it into the yard and hacking it to pieces. Although that is really fun, and it really reduces a lot of stress. Not to mention it burns a lot of energy, and it makes a fucking racket. Oh boy, does it! It makes a big fucking racket. So, yeah, I don't want to wake up the neighbors. Besides that, we got rid of that desk. Big Betty, which You probably see behind me that radio, the Canyon, that beats big ass boombox. Well, she had to be moved into the bedroom because there was no place for her. So she is in the bedroom now. I had to strategically arrange the external and internal antennas to make sure the thing was actually getting a signal, the FM, because otherwise you'd be hearing nothing but static. It's a piece of work in that regard, but she's working fine now. Besides that, if all works well, we're going to be getting a glass table, but I'm hesitant on thinking about that because, you know, that table's bigger than the one we have, and we're perfectly fine with the smaller wooden table. But, you know, here's a bit of a dilemma. It's a very heavy glass table, and those glass panels that are sitting on frail aluminum legs, I think, aluminum or wooden or plastic, I don't remember, but the last time I was there to check it and I wobbled it, so you know how you wiggle a table, you shake it to see if it's sturdy, how sturdy it is, it fucking wobbled. So it was like this. So that's a bit of a problem. Now, my brother takes it apart. You know, you tilt it inside, take it apart. If those legs fucking snap, we're not getting it. And I have a bad feeling they are probably going to snap or bend or break. Either one of the three. The screw might bend and then you cannot properly get it put back. And you know, when you bend a screw, it's not wise to unbend it and to reuse it because it can bend even further. And that's even more of a fatigue. Not to mention the screws, if they're aluminum, that's even worse. Not to mention our wooden table. It's going to be a bit fun getting that apart because it's got aluminum screws also. You know, the kind of screws that hold the tabletop to the base. And they are severely stripped. So, I don't think we're going to be able to get that apart, period. And that concerns me because we don't have no room to have 2 fucking tables and a futon. Not to mention, by Monday, I'm going to get rid of that futon also. I got to call One Hitter Got Junk because tried to sell it for about a year and no one replied. Plus, we need the space. You know what I'm talking about. When you need to downsize to make space, to make room for other furniture, when you swap, you gotta do what you gotta do. So, yeah, that sucks, but what else, right? What else can you do? So, we're also gonna get 4 new chairs. I'm perfectly fine with the wooden ones until they snap and I fall on the floor. But you know, if we do manage to get that wooden table in 2 pieces, and I know it's not going to sell. I'm going to give it 2 to 4 months. I'm going to have to bag it and mock-up assemble it in the yard. It'll at least be shielded from the weather. Rain and snow won't be able to get into it. Humidity, I don't know. But let's sit there, bagged up, you know, wrapped, and in a good way of wrapping it, not a bad way, because, you know, you don't want it to not be shielded, because you don't want it to rot. If it doesn't sell, then, well, you'll just get rid of it. What else can you do? Because, you know, I checked listings for tables. The same exact table popped up on the classifieds, and the ad's at least 6 to 8 months old, and the table hasn't sold. The prices range from $110 to $40 for the same exact table. So, yeah, I say good luck on selling it because it's not going to sell unless someone basically had their existing table broken or they lost everything to a house fire. that's the only time they're going to be, and they're desperate, and they can't really afford to pay $600 on a cheap wooden table, they're probably going to go to the classifieds and get it. Because I'm pretty sure I saw a few that were listed as free. Or please contact. My brother expects to sell it for $400. That's not going to move anywhere. $40? I doubt it still. Free? I doubt it. That's the problem. Because it's got four strip screws. I don't think anyone's going to buy it unless you got replacement aluminum screws. Or steel counterparts. And they're that thick. You know those ones. I just don't know how the fuck I'm going to get that damn bastard apart. I'm certainly not going to keep it in my room. This room. Because it would be tripping over it. And I'm not about to have it injure the cats if it falls. Not to mention, it could break my legs. If it falls or crack my ribs. I'm not about to go to the fucking hospital. Or having knock Big Betty on the floor. I'm not losing that fucking baby. Anyways, yeah. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe for more. And, I'm gonna basically be watching a movie. Anyways, peace out. Cheers. Hopefully I can get that fucking monopod fixed. And hopefully no hell breaks loose when I get the other table. Because shit's fucked. That's all I gotta say.